If you're new to WordPress, I'm going to show you here how to install plugins. It's very simple. Once you're logged into your WordPress, you click on the Plugins tab. You click on Add New Plugin. And here you search for the plugin you want. So if you want Sitekit by Google, it's going to pop. Then you're going to need to click Install Now. And once it's installed, you're going to need to click on Activate. So once you see that it's active, that means you've installed it properly. Now in some plugins, example, Sitekit plugins, you're going to need to go back in your plugin section and go in the settings to connect your Google Analytics to your website. And in some plugins, like I said, you're going to need to go in the settings. So it's always good to go and look at the settings, right? For example, Opt-in Monster also has settings to be added once the plugin is installed. So it's always a good idea once you install the plugin to go back into plugins and go look at the settings of whatever you've installed. Now, I see a lot of YouTubers and marketers overcomplicate keyword research. Now, although it is very important, you need to understand something. Keywords are not the holy grail solution for you to rank in Google. It used to be, not anymore. Now, Google is looking for structure, quick answers to people's questions or problems. Although keywords are important, it's not the only thing you need to focus on. So, what you want to look for are keywords that people are typing, right? So the best way to do this, first of all, is go in ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to give you 50 semantic relevant long tail keywords on whatever niche you're working on. So I'm going to take the health supplement niche just as an example. I don't necessarily recommend that if you're a beginner to go in that niche because it's highly competitive, but for the purpose of the video, I'm going to use the health supplement niche as an example. So now that I've entered this in ChatGPT, I wait for the answer. Then I take the first one, I go in the Google Keyword Planner tool, and I click on Discover New Keywords. I enter my keyword here, and I ask Get Results. Then I click on the little tab here to download as a CSV. I open my CSV. Now there's a lot of things that you don't need here because this data is mostly for people who are buying ads. Because the Google Keyword Planner tool is for people who are buying ads. So the only thing you want to keep is the amount, monthly searches, and the keywords. Okay, so you can get rid of currency because that's your home currency. It has nothing to do with the currency within the the Google Planner tool itself. Then you delete everything else because, as I said, that information I just deleted is for people who buy ads. Okay, so what I want to keep are the keywords and the monthly searches. Now, if you're using Excel, what you could do is select the column where there's the monthly searches. I'm going to click on Filter. From largest to smallest. Okay, now me personally, when I work keywords, I can go to 100. Okay, so if there's 100 monthly searches, because they're long tail keywords, I could get that traffic. Even 50, I mean, why not? So, but below 50, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, even 50, I find, depending the niche, again, there's some niches that 50 clicks could bring you sales, you know what I mean? But for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to keep it to 500 in this example. So I got 46 keywords that I could select from. Obviously, I'm not going to work all of them. I'm going to select the ones that, would fit my blog. Once you structured your list, you want to save it, obviously. And that's how you do keyword research. In this part of the training, we're going to go over the structure of your blog article because this is the most important thing of all, even more important than the keyword itself. Now, although keywords are important, your blog article structure is even more important. So the first thing that you need to understand is users' browsing habits. Now, most people, what they do when they land on a blog article, they read the title, they read the beginning of the article. If there's a video, they watch the video. And most of the time, they go down the bottom to read the conclusion. So, knowing that, it's important that the blog article structure is made for people who are actually doing this, because most people actually, they don't necessarily read the whole article unless they're really interested in the subject. So, as you're about to see, this blog article structure makes perfect sense. And this needs to be done in that exact order. So, the first thing that people need to see, aside from the title of your article, is a featured image. And that image needs to be search engine optimized. Later during this training, I'm going to show you how to make them and how to optimize them. The second thing that people need to see is a clickable table of contents. Now, if you remember, I just told you that people like to get to the point real fast. So having a clickable table of contents allows them to go and look for what they're really searching for. And all you need to do is go and install the plugin that's suggested in Module 1. There's a plugin for that where it's going to install a clickable table of contents in your articles for you. The next thing that's very important is the short answer. Now, Google has what they call the featured snippet, and with AI, they also have generated responses. So it's important that you can provide a short answer to your audience right off the gate. And again, as I just told you, people are looking for straight up answers. They don't necessarily want to read the whole article. So with the clickable table of contents and the short answer at the top, you're providing your users a good surfing experience, as we could say. That short answer also needs to be search engine optimized. It has to have your keyword in it. The next thing that's very important, and most people don't do this, and it's so easy to do faceless videos nowadays, especially with AI technology and stuff like that, make videos for your blog articles. It doesn't take much time. And obviously you want to optimize those videos on YouTube. Later during this training, I'm also going to be going more in depth about this, how to make very short and quick videos that are search engine optimized. Then you want to add your main article that's also search engine optimized. So as you can see, by the time that they get to the main article, they can choose what they want to see. They could get their fast answer and they can watch a video. Now, if this all interests them, then they're going to read the entire article. And after the article, you want to cover frequently asked questions. And I'm going to show you later where to find this. It's in Google. Basically, we're going to be looking for the people asked and the related searches answers. And we're going to be able to add more content to the blog article with that. And you want to have also your keyword at least once in there, right? And then you have the key takeaways. Once more, you want to optimize the key takeaways with your keyword. Then you have your inbound links, which means linking to other articles of yours within your blog that is relevant to that article you're making. So if you're making an article, you also want to add links that lead to some of your other articles that is relevant to whatever article you're creating. And as for outbound links, I know that, depending of the niche or the article, sometimes you won't be able to add sources, but when you can, do it. Okay, so it may seem like a lot, but with ChatGPT, this can all be done under 1 hour, one article with a video and fully optimized. Okay, so it doesn't take time at all when you know what you're doing and you're working with the right tools. So how do you guarantee yourself from outranking your competitors? Well, you need to look for an article that's ranking number 1 in your keyword, that's missing any of the stuff that I just showed you right there in the structure. So if they don't have a video, if they don't have a short answer, if they don't have a frequently asked questions section, if they don't have a key takeaway section, the more of these things that they don't have that you could add, this is how you're going to end up outranking your competitor, because you're going to be providing a whole lot more value than they are. So this is why using this structure is going to allow you to make better articles than your competitor. Now, if you see that your competitors are using, for example, your competitor's article has 700 words. Well, don't go and make a 3,000 word article. Try to stay around the same number of words that your competitor used to rank number 1. So if they made 700 words, even though you make 600 or 900 words, doesn't matter, but just try to stay in the same ballpark. And it's always important to link back to your article from 2 to 4 different social media, because if, for example, you're using YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and in all of your posts, you're adding your blog article link, it's all going to link back to your blog article, and that's good for the search engines. So if you follow those three things and the blog article structure, you're guaranteed to outrank your competitors in low competitive keywords. And that's a fact. Please move on to the next part of the training. Now, assuming you selected your keyword, what you need to do to go and spy on your competitors is enter your keyword in Google and wait for the search results to appear. Now, in some cases, you're going to see the featured snippet or a Google AI generated answer. But when you see a top result that looks similar to this, the link that's there, according to some stats that I've read, more than 20% of the people that are going to land on this page are going to actually click that first link. So providing a short answer to your audience on your blog allows them to get their answer fast when they land on your blog article. But in Google, providing a short answer allows you to maybe get that spot, right? Now, sometimes you'll also land on a Google result page where there's none of this, okay? When there's none of it, what you could do is ask ChatGPT after writing your article to provide a short answer, and then you go and put it in your blog article, at least so that your visitors can get their quick answer at the top of your article as shown in the previous video. Now, because I have the short answer here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go and put it in a notepad. I've already done that here, okay? So put it in a notepad for now, leave it as is and name this short answer. Then you're going to go below and write table of contents. So what you want to do is open the first result page and then you want to create your table of contents. So basically you grab each headline of that article, all of them, okay, just the headlines, and you make your table of contents with it here. Now, let's go back to Google. You see here, there's people ask and related searches. So here you could have information that could be added to your article. So I've done that here too. I've added the people ask and the related searches. Okay, so now I have my headlines to create an article. So then what I'm going to do basically is go in my prompts list and use my prompts to start writing my article. Now, what's very important is that when you're doing a prompt, you do a prompt for one line at a time. And as for your people asked and related searches, on your blog article, you're going to name it frequently asked questions. Okay? So you can use the people asked and the related searches to add a frequently asked questions section on your blog article. And you do the same thing again. You prompt each line one at a time. Okay, so like that, it's going to give you enough content to add to your blog article. And what's important, obviously, is that your blog article title has your keyword in it, that your article has your keyword at least one time. The same for the frequently asked questions section. And obviously, when you're going to ask ChatGPT to write your key takeaways, you want to also see your keyword at least once in there. And as for the short answer, same thing. You want to see your keyword at least once in there. And if you want to see if you could add even more content or better content, you could also look at the position number 2 and 3. This could also provide you more information to add to your blog article and make a better article. But at the end of the day, your goal is to make a better article than your competitors, right? So just focus on that. I mean, if I look at this article here, there's no table of contents, there's no video, and there's no key takeaways. So I know that if I make a better article than whoever's in top 1 in Google, I'm going to eventually start driving traffic. Maybe I won't get the top 1 and this person might remain there. But the fact that I have a better article than this person, I'm going to start ranking for that keyword and even end up in page 1 of Google. Maybe just not in the number 1 position, but being on the first page of Google is what you're aiming for, right? So just focus on making better articles than your competitors. That's the key to everything. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how you can make a complete SEO optimized video in less than 15 to 20 minutes. As you're about to see, it's super easy. So first, what we want to do is ask ChatGPT to write a 10-scene video script. So in the prompt, you could write something like, write a 10-scene video script that summarizes my entire article. Just add the speech, no instructions. Make sure to add my keyword at the beginning of the script. Make sure to ask the viewers to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. So these are the elements that you want to see in your script. So once you've created your prompt, just click enter and let ChatGPT do its magic. So my script has been generated. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put it in a notepad and I'm going to save. Then I'm going to go back in GPT and I'm going to ask it to write a text for my YouTube video description box. This is very important. You really need to use that term, YouTube video description box. Then you want to make sure to add the keyword in the beginning of the text. Add the blog article link that goes with your video, of course. So you add the link, whatever your link is. Also add hashtags. Also add a call to action to join my socials. Now, whether it's Pinterest, Facebook, LinkedIn, you could add your links as well to your social profiles in here. Once you've created your prompt, you wait for ChatGPT to write the text for you. So here in the video description, we have our keyword, we have our blog article link here, we have our hashtags, we have our socials. So once this is done, you grab your video description text and you put it just a bit lower in the same document, like that. Save. Okay, so now I'm ready to go and make a video, and when I load it in YouTube, I have my video description here, right? So as for the video editors, I've added 2 links below this video, and with these tools, you're going to be able to make videos in 10-15 minutes max. Before I continue in this video, I want to talk about the video description. As you progress in your blogging career, you're going to have a lot of blog articles and a lot of videos that are related to whatever new video you make, right? So in your videos, it's always good to go back and add these relevant articles, right? So what you could do is go back in any of your videos and add something like visit us and check out these relevant articles. And then you add your links here. I don't suggest that you exceed 3 links per video. But as time goes by, it's always good to come back in your videos and add these links, because this is going to drive more traffic within your network, because people are going to be hopping from video to video, from blog article to blog article, and so on. So obviously Google and YouTube's algorithm likes it when you come back and add fresh content, especially if it's relevant, like relevant articles, right? You could even do another section below it. Stay on YouTube and check out our relevant videos. And then you could add 3 video links that are relevant here, right? So obviously the more you optimize your videos, the better you'll get results. And if you come and add stuff later to give even more value to your video, well, you'll be compensated by Google and YouTube for it, because they like that. So assuming that you've created your script, your video description, you've made your video, now you go and upload it in YouTube, right? So your video description text goes in the video details section. This is where you want to add it. And as for your video script, you're going to obviously use it to create your video, but you're also going to come and paste your script in the subtitle section, because Google and YouTube crawl the subtitle section. So if you add your script and your keyword is in there, that's pure SEO, and Google and YouTube loves it. So because you already have your video script, you might as well go and paste it in there, right? That's going to optimize your video even more. So now, assuming that everything is done, you're going to also want to embed your YouTube video in your blog article. Now, if you remember in past videos, I was talking about structure. So it's important that once you've created your YouTube video, that you go and embed it in your article as well. Please move on to the next part of the training. Okay, so now let's talk about your social media posts. So once more in ChatGPT, we could ask it to write our posts for us. If we're using Pinterest, for example, you want to write a Pinterest description for your pin, right? So you're going to ask, write a Pinterest description for my pin, use my keyword at the beginning, and add a little call to action to go read my article. Make sure you write it under 500 characters, because on Pinterest you're allowed to 500 characters. So let's go. So here's my keyword. So I grab whatever's between the quotes, and this is the text that I'm gonna go and paste in my Pinterest post. As for Facebook and LinkedIn, what you want to do is get GPT to write a little summary of your article and lead them to your article. Okay, so let's say I'm doing Facebook right now. So the type of prompt I'm gonna write, something that looks like, write a post for my Facebook page that summarizes my blog article. My keyword must be at the beginning of the post. Add a call to action to click on my blog article so they can read it. Add a call to action to watch the video. So now GPT understands that I want a summary with my keyword at the beginning that leads them to read my blog article or watch the video. Keywords here at the beginning. We got a summary of the article. Click the blog article, watch the video. Obviously, it provides hashtags. So here's my Facebook post, right? And I could do the same for LinkedIn. So I just need to grab the same prompt and just change the word Facebook for LinkedIn. Here once more, keywords at the top. The text is different from the Facebook post, which is very important, but it highlights the same things, right? So, as I said, we got your keyword, summary of the article, click the blog article, watch the video. So, here you got your LinkedIn post. Now, what's really important at the end of the day is that everything leads back to your blog article and your video. And that's very important because in Google, you have a video section here, so you're going to rank in there with your video. So it's important that you always link back to your videos in your posts. And obviously, it's always important that you link back to your blog articles in order to be in the all section here where most people go and read articles. And let's not forget that LinkedIn posts also appear here in the all section like a blog article would when they rank. Please move on to the next part of the training. So where to make your images? Now, I'm going to state the obvious here. Most people use Canva to do this because you could, make pretty much any image you want by selecting specific templates. So whether it's for, Pinterest or Facebook posts or whatever, it could be for your blog images, you can make images using Canva. Now, I'm not going to start making a tutorial on this. There's plenty of free video about this. The reason actually I'm making this video is because I want to show you something that's on ChatGPT where you could also make images. So it's called Cosmic Dreams. So all you need to do is click on that tab and give it a prompt to make you an image of whatever you want. So let's just make an image that represents the blog article about magnesium for muscle spasms. So I'm going to start with a simple prompt. Make an image that shows tablets and pills that represents my keyword, magnesium for muscle spasms. Now, very often when I'm using GPT, the first image it gives me has plenty of weird colors. Sometimes it does this, sometimes it doesn't. So let's see what it gives as a first result. There you go. So when this happens, you need to tell it, do not make it psychedelic, make it look real and natural. See, looks better, right? So basically, this image you could use to make pins on Pinterest. For example, now obviously this is not the right size to make a pin. So the size for Pinterest post is 1000 by 1500. That's the most recommended one. Now, see here, I don't like it, so I'm just gonna tell it I don't like it. I preferred the previous one just in the right size. So it's going to give me another example. So you could do this until you get the image you want, basically, right? So if you remember during the training, I told you you need to talk to GPT like it's your secretary. So you just keep on giving it instructions until you're satisfied, basically, right? Now, making an image like that, the advantage is that nobody uses it because these images are all made custom. So that's a big advantage from using royalty stock image things, right? So it's better sometimes to just make it with GPT if you can, right? So this image is actually quite nice. So I could go and make pins with that. So once this is done, I just need to download it and it's gonna go on my desktop. You could make your images for any social media, any type of banners, any type of blog article images. So the Cosmic Dream tool here is very useful to create images. Please move on to the next part of the training. Now, about optimizing your featured image on your blog article. So basically, for you to have an image at the top of your blog article, you need to set it in the featured image section. Okay, so once you have your image, this is where you want to upload it. And you can go in the prompt list in order to get ChatGPT to optimize your featured image for your alt text, your title, your caption, and your description. And this is very important that you do this for every featured image that you create and add in your blog articles. Optimizing your images can only be beneficial for you to rank in Google.